Hello guys, welcome back to episode 6 I think we're on now. I'm pretty sure we're episode 6. Last time out, we had Lumi, who was our reserve animal handler. She died at the hands of a jaguar, so that was a bit disappointing. It leaves us with 3 colonists now. Quite surprised that it's taken us 6 episodes to get down to 3. To be honest, I was expecting to lose a lot sort of fairly early on. Whoa, that cobra absolutely rapid through there. Okay, we're just waiting for these guys to wake up. When they do, here we go. So Ludmilla's starting to wake up now. Did the guys put the... They did put the smoke leaf joints in the stockpile zone. So they should be okay under there. They shouldn't degrade at all. Not only that, but they will. We have set it up so that we've got a happy assignment now on the drugs policies. So if anyone is incredibly unhappy, they will just have like a smoke leaf joint like every few days. Right, so Ludmilla now is going to get onto those sandstone blocks. Smoke leaf dependence withdrawal 71%. Is that going to... I thought we did give her a smoke leaf joint. So if she's 71% through her smoke leaf withdrawal, would have thought that would have like reset or something. Right, research finished, microelectronics basics. So if we go to the research screen, we were planning on doing gun turrets next. I won't bring in a... I don't think I'll do like a... saying that, let's have a quick look and see how many components we've got. How many components we've got in stock? Just the one. Right, okay. We do have some component-y stuff over here. 370 sandstone blocks at the minute. 368 there. I'm pretty sure you can only select so many tiles at once, or so many different because if you double click it, it's supposed to sort of select everything on screen of the same sort of the same thing. So if you do sandstone blocks, then, or if you do these, right, obviously you can see it selected the sandstone blocks down here, but I think it only does a certain amount of tiles. I don't think it's like an unlimited amount, so which is why you don't get the full amount. But yeah, regardless anyway, we probably need to... How much steel have we got? 213, so not much at all. There is a... If we mine out this this sort of section here, then I think we'll definitely get some more steel from that, because there is bags of steel in there. And then we'll also get some more room for the stockpile then too. So if we do that, we'll also mine out this section over here, which is components. And then we'll have a look around for some more components sort of elsewhere. There is a nice section of components just down here, but we'll keep it sort of... we'll keep it just to like this little section at the moment and just sort of get those two mining on that. Bridgeford is harvesting that aloe. He's now harvesting the rice too. And then decides to join them on the mining adventure. So hopefully... Oh, where are they off to? They're going to go get some food, sure. Right, okay. Right, in terms of handling, who do we want on handling now? So, Bridgeford, you can do that as and when. The other guys can have it on 3. We probably need everybody doing everything these days. It would have been nice to have sort of some more specialised sort of colonists, and have like just sort of each of them doing their own things. But now I'm pretty sure we're going to need everybody, all hands on deck. I did notice there as well that boar was tamed up in release. So anytime we get a raid now, we can send the boar in, and he will help. Although that will put him in harm's way. If we have, say for example, like a couple of guys on the guns, then like the boar just sort of wading in, getting involved in that combat is not going to help the boar in any way, shape or form. Right. Okay, so we should have all that steel there as well. So 843 steel. That really sort of brings up our steel stocks, which is good. A group of travellers from the soldier team is passing by. I think the soldier team is enemies with sea urchins of the river. So is that these guys? These guys are the sea urchins of the river. So we'll have to have a look and see. Right, so that's the soldier team. I don't think they'll come nearby the colony. I think they're just passing through. They are just passing through. Okay, so that's not going to cause any conflict with this lot up here. Right, a panther and a tortoise are going at it. Right, if we can get any kind of goodies, any kind of meat or anything from that tortoise, we shall do. No, he's eating it all. Okay, greedy panther. Right, they're all sleeping on top of each other. What's going on there? Right, everyone was terrible at negotiating, weren't they? So, what we'll do, we'll have as soon as Ron has finished his dinner. Actually, no, Ron's going back to do that. So, oh, they're all asleep, so you can't trade with them. Whilst they're sleeping, you just cannot do anything with them. Although saying that, is he talking in his sleep? I see something there. Yeah, he's talking in his sleep. Okay, what an absolute weirdo. Saying that, I'm pretty sure I talk in my sleep a lot. Did have a girlfriend once who did absolutely like speak in her sleep like loads. I know like what you're thinking, Jules, you've never had a girlfriend, but no, blatantly honest with you. But she talked in her sleep a lot. It was quite strange, to be honest with you. It was really incredibly strange. She used to do it with her eyes open as well. Like, insane in the membrane. Right, trade with Locust. If you can come over here, Ludmilla, and just see if there's anything we can trade with him. Okay, so shortbow paw, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of the wake up as well. We got some flake too. I didn't even realise we had some flake. So we can get rid of that. They've only got 58 actually. Have they got any? They do not have any components. They've got a shoddy assault rifle. But I don't think we'll be able to afford that, will we? We can probably, saying that, we could probably get rid of our simple meals there, 390, and then bring in the assault rifle. Just so that we have some kind of defences there for the moment. Okay, let's do that. Let's get, I don't really want to do that, but we're gonna probably have to. So the assault rifle is on the floor. Bridgeford was our main guy, wasn't he, who likes killing people. So he's got the short bow at the moment, so if we take out the short bow, equip him with the assault rifle, and then that should allow him to help out in terms of killing people, getting his mood up, and making him incredibly happy. What I want as well is I want this aloe sort of moved away into the freezer area. She's cooking 4 simple meals, so we won't interrupt her there. We'll all of this aloe right inside there. And at least that way we've got some form of sort of medicinal sort of herbage and stuff like that. Right, so that's some cotton going in there. Some more components. Is there any more over there? There's two more. So that should enable us to have some more components there, which would be good. And then what I might do, what I'm thinking about, is saying that we do need to get a wall up first, don't we? 373 sandstone blocks there. Okay, if we think about getting a wall, we'll go sandstone for the wall. Is there... Right, okay, we are on a sandstone map, which does make sense. That's cool. Right, if we bring that over here then, we'll go 200 and we'll go 250, and then we'll bring that down here. We'll go. Should we go 300 for this? And then we'll just bring that here. Go 250 again, and then we'll close it off there. Then that way, these guys have to come through the stockpile, or the stockpile area, and then I'll close this section up last, and then that way, sort of, we can have our sort of people in amongst here, like in the dark, and we'll have our colonists sort of inside, as I say, inside the dark and shooting out into the light. So I mean, I'm hoping that we've got enough sandstone blocks for the minute to sort of finish off this wall here. So we've got 477 there, 43 there, And then 300. Yeah, we should have enough. Should definitely have enough. And then what I might do is like make like a door in each of the sections. I don't want to go sort of too big with the base. I'd like to keep it sort of nice and compact. And then I don't like making them, but I think we're probably gonna have to set up like a kill box or something. Just to sort of protect ourselves a little bit. Alright, so Bridgeford and Ludmilla are sorting that out. I said I wanted Bridgeford though on research, didn't I? I don't know, have we started we haven't started gun turrets, do you know what? I thought we had. Okay, let's go back to that. Let's get Bridgeford sort of researching the gun turrets. Ludmilla is obviously really unhappy again, so she's heading off to... Right, okay, so her withdrawal has gone because she's... Oh, did you know what? I did not realise that. She's got a permanent gunshot injury to her left eye from a Glock 17. Who's carrying the Glock? Ron's carrying the Glock 17. Ron, what did you do? No, I'm fairly certain that was from the first raid. Or the raid where the Glock turned up. And she was shot in the eye. You would have thought, though, that if you're shot in the eye, that you would probably not survive from that. I'm just speculating. I mean, there was that king, wasn't there? Was it King Harold? I don't know. Probably absolutely telling lies right now. But there was a king, wasn't there, who was shot in the eye with an arrow. Like, way back when. So, yeah. Right, okay. Ludmilla is going to finish off the wall then. It's probably going to take her like 3 years to do. And Ron is going to continue. What I'm going to do as well, for the moment, I'm just going to suspend this because we have 960. We've got 960 sandstone blocks, so Ron can help with the wall for the minute. Bridgeford can carry on with the research. The research. Then that will all be fine and dandy. I don't know, why would you not just continue working along the wall and then you do that side and then meet up in the middle? Like a little bit like a builder's version of Lady and the Tramp. You know when they're eating the spaghetti? They both start at one end and then meet in the middle? It could honestly be like a constructor's version of Lady and the Tramp. And it could be like Ludmilla and Ron. Right, so they're off to bed again. Getting that sleepy time. Whilst they're in bed, I want to have a sip of coffee. I've already been over this before, but coffee to me is like, yeah, it's, you say you've got to have like 5 a day. Coffee is like 4.5 out of my 5 a day. So Bridgeford's trying to train up the boar. What are these guys' handling skills now? 5 out of 20. So his handling skills are pretty terrible. I don't think you can tame like the big cats with that kind of handling skill. I think that has to be like at least 6, maybe slightly more. There's a mad animal, a local capybara. Okay, so what we'll do, Bridgeford is the man. So if we sort of, he's got the assault rifle now, isn't he? So if we draft Bridgeford, because he's just doing some research. So if we bring him out here, let's bring him down to here. Go on, mate. There we go. One more. Oh, you are terrible at shooting. Okay, so you've just got food poisoning. There's nothing else wrong with you. Why am I trying to forbid you? Right, Bridgeford's undraft. Okay, go for it. Right, how much have we got of this wall done? Look at that. Do you know what? That's so annoying. I know it's because like the trees and stuff are in the way, but it's really, really annoying. Just to have like one bit done and then just miss a bit and then another bit and then miss a bit. It's Alright. So I think, what are you making? I think you're making some simple meals, yeah? None of you are good enough to... can we cook fine meals yet? Add Bill, cook fine meal. I think we need a cooking skill of 8. So when you have got a cooking skill of 8, so do until you have, and then details. We'll go 25 on that, resume on that, and then we'll move this one right to the top, because with like the meat and stuff, you need a piece of fine meat. You need not a piece of fine meat. You need meat and you need vegetables in order to make a fine meal. And obviously we want our meat to be used for that. We don't want our meat used for the simple meals actually. So what I'll do, details, and then just ban the meat from the simple meals. And then we'll take the simple meal out of there as well. So we've got bacon. Bacon will be cooked because bacon gives off a bit of a buff when you eat it. It's just like a fine meal. It's not worth a lot, but it does give a fine meal buff. I mean, because bacon is absolutely fantastic anyway, so that's the reason why. That's the reason why you get a fine meal buff from it. I mean, if I was in the jungle and I was just being made to eat bacon, I'd be absolutely loving it. Love a bit of bacon. I think I chopped some up the other day actually. Got a regular sort of frozen pizza, and then just got some like barbecue sauce. Dripped a bit of barbecue sauce on this pizza. And then, like, sort of cut up some fresh bacon and just dropped the fresh bacon on top of the pizza. Oh my word, it was lovely. If you don't ever do that, if you have never done that before, just adding your own toppings onto a pizza with toppings already on it. Yeah, magnificent. Like, give it a whirl, give it a try. And then, then let me know how you get on with it. Because honestly, it's, it adds a whole nother dimension. I would really like to just make my own pizzas. Like from scratch. I did that like when I was in school, like many years ago, and like the dough, the base was absolutely wonderful. Probably one of the best dough bases I've had in a pizza. And I made it myself, and I was only like 11 or 12, something like that. But following the instructions from the teacher, obviously. But it turns out really nice anyway. And yeah, like if I can replicate that at any point in my life, I will be so proud. It's just the effort though, isn't it, of creating it from scratch. Right, okay, so research is finished on the gun turrets. So Bridgeford is probably going to join the rest of the crew in helping to build that wall. We probably want, we need like another network, don't we, of, let's have a look. So with the research, I want, there are some switches, automatic power switch. There is timer switch, which we can research after that, and then there is another one as well. So if we research the power switch, and then, yeah, there's the timer switch, and then there is like a proximity switch, like an enemy detection, automatic enemy switch. So we will use that. And then we'll set up sort of like some, once the wall is made, we'll set up some sort of turrets and stuff, and then have those on like switches. And then that way, at least it sort of conserves power. I think that's the main thing. Like if you have turrets on permanently, there's such a power drain. But if we set up like a battery and then like a switch connected to the battery, and then some kind of like really elaborate sort of, well, not elaborate to be fair. It's not too complicated. But if we set up like a power network, like attached to the turrets, then we should be okay. I think it should be fine. Because then that way it won't waste too much power. We can keep it on its own sort of separate power network, and then that way we should be safe, or fairly safe anyway. Might just sort of, as I say, sort of keep this entryway open for the minute, and then just sort of maybe set up the turrets inside here. So if you do set up the turrets like in the dark as well, they're going to be much harder to hit for sort of like any raiders and stuff. If we get rid of this, what I might do is sort of set like a couple of walls, and then sort of the turrets sort of either side with some sandbags round. And then this could be sort of like the entryway into the base. Though I don't really like it that this is so close, so I may well shift. And if we have any extra stone blocks, like shift the kitchen up to here, and then shift the bedrooms around, and so on. Then have like a big growing area sort of around this way. So that is marshy soil down there. There's not an actual marsh, it doesn't look like. Oh no, there is a marsh. Ron is going on a food binge. Final straw was Brawler has a ranged weapon. So, like I say, we do need to get Ron his own weapon at some point. Right, automatic power switch has been researched. So let's have a look and see what we've got now. Timer switch, which is good. The timer switches are brilliant. If you don't have that mod, I really do recommend it. I think it was Haplo who made the mod, the same person who made the the robots, the hauler bot and the cleaning bot. It's like Misk AI or something like that. Oh hello, right, a tiger is now popped his way into the building here. We probably want to not tame that tiger. So if I cancel the tame on the tiger, I would love to have the tiger on our side, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's just not going to be feasible. So Ludmilla now is attempting to do as much of this wall as possible. We've still got quite a few sandstone blocks, actually. We've still got a few slate blocks as well. I might use the slate blocks to sort of make the kitchen in the bedroom area. So Ron has got food poisoning. So Ron is eating all the bacon. Ron, why are you... Ron, come on, calm down. I know bacon's nice, but please, sort it out, man. There's no reason to eat all of that bacon. Ron is no longer pigging out on food, thankfully. If we can kill this tiger, maybe we can get some tiger bacon. Some really stripy bacon. Right, okay, when these guys wake up, we should be okay. Back to work. Probably need to clear up all this sick and stuff though. How many simple meals have we got? 26. That corn is ready to harvest. Is everyone... Right, if we put everyone to grow, just so we've got all the people on the growing ASAP. The research for the timer switch has nearly been complete. Okay, so research screen, and it was a automatic enemy switch. So research an enemy detector for the power switch. This will allow automatic power switching when an enemy is found. That's pretty cool. So we will research that. The growing is going to be sort of done and sorted. Cargo pods. What have we got coming in here? They're over here. What have we got? Basic medicine kit. Okay, right. Let's have these guys. We'll haul these over then. And then, Ron, you can come and haul as well. Alright, critical alert, major break risk. Ludmilla. When was the last time? Ah, there she goes. She's going to go and have another smoke leaf joint. We should probably, do you know what? We need to make a growing zone for these, for smoke leaf as well. So if we do a growing zone and then we'll do one like that. And then if we go smoke leaf. So you see that there's loads and loads of different sort of stuff we can plant now. That's because of the vegetable garden mod. So if you guys do not have the vegetable garden mod installed, I would really, really recommend it. It's a really good mod actually. And one that I probably wouldn't play with without now. I mean, I do play on vanilla every now and again. Do a lot of sort of challenges which I see people set on vanilla. And then you have to sort of go and sort of try and sort of do as well as you can in the challenges. They're quite fun sometimes. So I do like to do those. Alright, these guys are going to start planting like the old the smoke leaf and stuff. So we'll get that sort of grown. And then that way sort of Ludmilla will be right, okay. So, from what I was reading on like Reddit and stuff as well, because I had a visitor the other day. I was just playing like a single player game. Well, I say a single player game. The game is single player, but I was playing a game by myself, not recording or anything like that. And I had a visitor come, and she was like really, really old and smoked a smoke leaf joint, and then fell down dead. So I posted it up on Reddit. I was like, wow, that's some sort of like killer weed. And like somebody was saying that like what smoke leaf does is it reduces like the consciousness of like your colonists and stuff. So if somebody is like really old and sort of has dementia and sort of bits and pieces, and their sort of consciousness is really, really low anyway. So as you can see, sort of Ludmilla's consciousness is 70. If that like reaches 0, like through the smoke leaf, then the colonists will die, like because their consciousness is like 0. So it's probably something to like watch out for if you haven't heard about that. And as I say, I hadn't heard about that until yesterday. So yeah, sort of it might be an idea just to sort of keep an eye out for that if you didn't know about that already. Say I didn't, and ended up having one of my visitors die because she decided to get stoned. Right. So everyone should be heading off to bed again then. So what we'll do, we'll call that the end of episode, I think that was episode 6. So once again, thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you can drop a like and a sub, I will love you forever. And we will see you again next time. So ciao for now.